Good morning. My name is Michelle. Welcome to my Fit Model Lifestyle training vlog. So I'm officially like 8.5 weeks out from my next Fit Model show. But get this, I had bilateral inguinal hernia surgery yesterday. So I'm actually feeling surprisingly really well. Like I feel like already my core looks tighter even though it's so swollen still. So I'm so excited. It feels secure. When I'm walking around, I don't feel like it gets moving. It doesn't feel vulnerable anymore. So excited. I am just beyond excited. I was up, cleaned the house earlier. I slept so much yesterday. So much rested. But I've been up, what time is it? This right now, it's 6, just after 6. But I've been up for 3 hours. So I very gently swept the floors, very gently wiped the floors. See, very gently. For a little bit, I can't lift anything over 10 pounds. And my doctor was specific about, or actually one of my nurse friends, about even the vacuum. So that's why I swept. And I didn't scrub the floor. I just glided, you know? Just the house smells good. Anyway, I am going to go right now, and I have a treadmill at home, but I think for my mentee, I'm going to drive to the gym and just, instead of watching my normal shows like Absentia or like action movies on the treadmill, I'm gonna watch some Bridgerton. Something calm and peaceful. And I'm just gonna slowly walk, say hi to some of my gym friends, pop into work just to say hi. And you know me, I wear so many bracelets. I feel like I'm like, I don't know what my deal is. I love them. I love jewelry, I love bracelets. So I go to work and get one of my friends there to put them back on for me, come home, and my daughter's gonna come over and we're gonna watch that, that movie with Jennifer Lawrence and the bodybuilding girl. So we're gonna watch that this afternoon. I'm so excited to spend time with her. My husband's taking the afternoon off to hang out too, so it's gonna be a really great family day. No one's missing me right now. Everyone's sleeping, which is perfect. So I'm gonna go and do some of that mental self-care. And I think, because for right now, for my shoulder physio, I'm only using 2 pounds. So I'm gonna go see if I can do that. Again, more for my brain, more for my keeping, like, I don't know, I think I can do it. I'm also like, if it hurts, I'm not doing it. If it feels strained, I'm not doing it. If I get tired, I'm coming home, right? Anyway, I'm very excited. Do you wanna see the flowers I just got? So I've had to cut them down. They came with originally more roses and other flowers, but aren't they so pretty? I came home from work Saturday and my husband and father-in-law had gone to get groceries and those flowers were just sitting on the counter. It's a good life. Anyway, hope you enjoy the vlog. I don't know how much training there's gonna be in here. It might be a little bit boring, but my plan is still working on my posing. Posing's changed a little bit since like I had my last posing class, not yesterday morning, Wednesday morning, with one of our posing coaches. And I'm feeling a lot more confident again about it. And hopefully next week I'll be able to get back to my little belly dance classes to keep working on my confidence. And yeah, thanks for being here and I'll see you in the next clip. My husband and father-in-law are absolutely amazing. They are making me this bagel egg sandwich. Look at them. They're so cute. Just taking good care of me. This is what it looks like. It was absolutely delicious. Good morning. So I just sent my check-in to my coach. Things look like they're healing okay. I'm swollen, obviously swollen still, but better. So here's hoping that in like 8 weeks, looking at my watch, 8 weeks, we're gonna be good to go. I'm doing all the things, the gentle cardio, everything. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my breakfast egg thing. They're so good, I'm gonna show you. I ended up doing a voiceover on this clip because my fantastic daughter called me to say good morning. We talk on the phone pretty much every morning, and it is just such a grounding, beautiful time. So here we are, we're just chatting. I'm making my breakfast because how many days later I can lift the frying pan now myself. I feel confident doing that I'm not going to hurt myself. So I can't remember exactly how many grams. It's about 1 cup of egg whites I use and 1 whole egg. These carbs in this bagel, it's a gluten-free Promise bagel. It's literally only 20 grams of carbohydrates and the absolute best gluten-free bagel I have ever had in my life. It also has like, I think it's like just 1 or 2 grams of fat. So to make up for that, I just don't have quite as much nut butter later. It's literally a tiny little amount, but I like to be compliant. I like to be told, good girl, you did a good job. Most of you have probably seen this video all over Instagram. I got cold, so I put my flannel on. So you just literally mix your eggs up with your spices or whatever you're going to do. You put your bagel in the pan and then pour your eggs over top. Easy peasy shampoo squeezy. I think in this one I might have used Italian seasoning. I don't know why. I think I'm always going to like it. I didn't end up liking it that much. Well, it was good, but I didn't want to do it every day. Typically, I'll use some salt and pepper. Less salt now that, you know, high blood pressure and everything. Before, I would have probably gone over across the pan 3 times. So I did well. And also, my husband discovered that I should probably cover the pan because the eggs on the top, they cook a little bit better. And then, I pretty much almost burned myself. I don't know why I think I can do this without it. I can't. I shouldn't. Even looking at it now, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was a little hot. I like it, my eggs a little bit, not crispy, but I like them brown. Like if they don't have a little bit of brown in them, like, are they even cooked? They're just kind of rubbery, jello-y. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out and put it, I think I'm putting it on this paper towel and let it cool down. That way when I put it in my bag with the napkin on it, there is less heat, so there won't be the condensation, so that I can eat it later when I'm on the run in between all of the appointments that I have today. So now what you do is you fold the egg over, not burning yourself, and it contains it all. Because I don't know if you've ever tried putting that much egg on a bagel sandwich. Like it slides everywhere this way. It doesn't slide apart. It's not messy. I hate messy. I don't like having dirty hands. How cute is that? You should try it if you haven't done it already. We are still on the phone and I'm still trying to get ready to leave the house. This is the big contraption you saw me wearing in an earlier clip. Like I'm going to wear it because getting in and out of the car, I don't know. I need to cut that tag off. I don't know why I didn't cut it off before. Anyway, getting in and out of the car is pretty painful still. And just like walking around, it doesn't feel fantastic. So being a little bit more supported like that is so helpful. And I'm holding the thing in my mouth, which is, I know, super attractive. But guess what? I learned my lesson because you know what happened? The tinted sunscreen that I had on actually got all over my absolute most favorite t-shirt I have in the whole wide world. I hope it comes out. Anyway, wrap this around. I'm trying to get it like underneath so it's like super supportive because no way I want to wreck this surgery. Let me tell you, I want it to stay good. Cute, right? No? Cute? I don't think so. Do you remember that old saying? They said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I got all my meals in with me in my little tickle trunk of a gym bag, which is not so little. I got my hydration. I've got meals planned for later. See, there's the bagel. Hardly any condensation. I'm going to put it in my bag open, though. Look at how flooded my garage floor is. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon trying to squeegee a little bit of it out. What a difference a week makes. I was shoveling like a maniac last week, and now there are inches and inches of water on my floor. So over this week, we ended up doing this, I think, twice a day just to keep the water out. We blue skinned, I think, one side of our garage last year. Looks like we're just gonna have to do more. We're just gonna have to get this figured out because let me tell you, I am not doing this every freaking year. Ooh, in the back, you see my pretty little bike. I love to fat bike. So that's my orange one, and my husband's is hanging up at the top. It's another angle. Like, look, you can so see here. Like, what? Thank God the drain is like right behind my garage. Like, you would think this was like from a rain flood or something. No, just snow melting in Saskatchewan. It's a good time. It's a good time.
So
This is the soup that my husband and his friend make for us a couple times a year. It is so good. They make it from scratch. Of course, there's a salad, tons of veggies,
weird how,
good
like,
protein.
some are really
these friends are
hot
the best.
and
Good.
So much fun. And the trivia at the end, I mean, we lost, but that's okay. It is Sunday afternoon, around 1 o'clock. So last night our friends came over and the guys made us, how do you pronounce it? I like to say pho soup because that's what I've been told it is. A lot of people say faux soup. Either way, that's what we had last night. A few times a year, the guys will treat us like absolute queens. It is so fun. They do everything from making the appetizers. They organize the date. They get the groceries. They serve us. They clean up. And then we play trivia. It's so much fun. So that's what we did last night. I'm going to pop in. I think I already, what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it just before this. So heading into 7 weeks out. It's the end of 8 weeks. I don't know. My belly is a little bit swollen still. I think the swelling can come down a fair bit. Curious about the healing peptides. Curious. Yeah, so Jaja just snored. So I slept in a little bit today. Went to the gym, did my physio, core physio, practiced posing, practiced like my loosen up dance moves, and it was glute day cardio. Cardio's not taking me that long right now. It's about 45 minutes. It's about 45 minutes. I don't think that's very long. So during this short little improvement season that I had, what did I gain? About 13 pounds. 13 pounds. So my stage weight last time, we'll see if I can compete this spring, summer. We'll see what my stage weight is. Hopefully, like maybe half a pound of muscle. Hopefully. In like, I don't know how many months. It's very hard to gain muscle. It is very, very hard. So, we've talked in here about how I struggle with my posing and my stage presence and all these things. Over the last little while, I was looking back over some of my like previous photos. I've competed in 3 different federations and in bikini and glamour and all the things, and I'm looking at the first. I think I've done 8 shows now. Looking at the first 6 shows, and I was like, I wasn't nervous. I had a blast on stage. Was my posing good? No. My stage presence, though, it was good. It was so fun. I watched the videos and like, it wasn't awkward. It like you could see Michelle was having fun, right? And I didn't think much about it. And then when you're in that like little zone when you're falling asleep and things become very obvious to you, or when you're first waking up. So I was waking up, was it yesterday morning? And I remember what happened. Why the last 2 shows I was so uncomfortable going on stage when it hadn't been like that before, when truthfully my physique is better at my age now than it was when I did my first shows. Like, I looked younger then, of course, but so I'm like, why, if I know I've put the work in and I look better, where did this like all of a sudden seeming like lack of confidence come from? So story time. As my coworker, he would say, let's hear the lore, sis. Okay, here's the lore. I was waiting backstage at UFE, not UFC, UFE Worlds, okay? And just ready to go on stage, and it was in Toronto, and at CBC Studios. So like, you feel like a queen when you're there. Like, this studio is beautiful. Their backstage, their green rooms, lovely. I stayed at the Toronto Blue Jays Way, that hotel that has their baseball place inside of it. My room couldn't directly see the ball diamond, couldn't directly see the ball diamond, but I could kind of see some of it. And it was a really cool experience. That was the second time I'd been able to compete there. And so I know I've said also that bodybuilding is such a positive, it's such a positive experience for me, and that I've met so many amazing people, which is very, very true. And somehow this little blurb, my brain forgot for a long time. And even though I would tell you, like, okay, I forgot about it, right? Can't get comfortable. My toe is crampy for some reason. Even though I would tell you I forgot about it, I think, I believe for sure that this, for some reason, I let take up residence inside my nervous system. I shouldn't have. I did. So, picture it. Toronto, like, what was it, like 2019? 2019, it wasn't 2020, it was November, just pre-COVID, okay? So whatever year that was. And I felt like $1,000,000. I think I had already done my glamour routine. I'm gonna pop a little photo somewhere up here too, because oh, I love making costumes, all that good stuff. And so I felt great, and I was lined up backstage with all the other girls in my height category, and the girl who was standing in front of me, and I just barely remember what she looked like. Thank goodness. Because, you know, in the stage lights, and I see the silhouette, she had dark brown hair, and I want to say her bikini was like a purpley red or something, magenta kind of color. Very, very like cute, you know, all glammed out and everything. And she turns around to me and she's like, aren't you so nervous? And I'm like, no, like, this is so much fun. She's like, really? You're not nervous? And I was like, no, like, I love this. Like, I love going on stage and, you know, showing off your hard work and the music, and like, I don't know, it's so much, it's fun. She's like, this is what she does. She's like, really? Because, like, I look like this and I'm nervous. And well, you know, and you're not nervous. Really? You're not nervous at all? Biosh, what? How on God's green earth could I have forgotten that snarky statement? I think because I literally, in that moment, I was like, shock, first of all, that a girl would speak to another girl that way. And then I'm like, you're just trying to throw me off because maybe you consider me a threat. And then I was just, I tried to put it out of my mind, right? I tried to put it out of my mind. I think that was probably the first time, looking back, that my stage presence, rough. My stage presence was like, it was off, right? Because, like, I let her words shake me. What she did was intentional. But now I have to be intentional, right? I am going to choose to not let her words live in my nervous system anymore. And that's the best way I can describe it. I'm gonna, like, today's gonna be the end of this week's vlog. Tomorrow I see my therapizer, and maybe we'll revisit this, like, in the next vlog once I talk to her and she can help me understand and give me some tools and tricks, because tools and tips, we don't want tricks, tools and tips. Because I can't be the only one who's had someone say something like that to them. And it was so out of left field. Like, I'm the girl backstage, it's like, hey, how's it going? Oh my gosh, you look so good. Like, I
I love it. I love it. All my experiences had been so positive and so beautiful. Let that just, it's not typical of this community. It's not. And I choose to believe that. I stand firm in that. So that's why it was so disruptive. But we're gonna get back to like, this is fun. This is just fun, right? Um, yeah, yeah. So words, even though, we say, oh, I'm not gonna let you live rent free in my brain. I'm not gonna, oh, her behavior was just because of this, this, and this for her. Don't take it in, don't take it seriously. I said and did all those things. But still, but still, her snoring is so adorable. But still, it's affected me, right? Like, not comparing myself to other people, but the fact that someone questioned the fact that I wasn't nervous. So that day I got out on stage, and I remember, I think that was the first time I pretty much froze. And yeah, like, I didn't present myself well. I didn't, like, I want to say I didn't place dead last. But it was pretty close. Like, it was well below the mid range, right? Like, well below. And it was a really hard pill to swallow. And I convinced myself that it was because I wasn't good enough to be there. Not that I let some girl's mean, hateful words shake me, and that's all that happened. But I took her words and twisted them, fed them, watered them, gave them sunlight, okay? And I let them freaking live in me and grow and fester. I'm taking better care of myself. Yeah, we all do, right? It's incredible. Anyway, sum that up. I can tell you that out of the times I've competed, I have made so many friends and had the most beautiful experiences meeting fantastic girls backstage that are so supportive and that in a moment would give or do anything for you so that you step on stage feeling your best. That is not typical. Not typical. And I'm gonna hazard to guess that that girl doesn't compete anymore. And if she does, hopefully she's stopped treating people that way. She's rare, rare. Anyway, so if you're thinking about getting into this amazing, supportive, like, world, I think you should do it. If you're already training anyway, we already eat food anyway. Hopefully we do a little cardio for our cardiovascular health, right? You might as well see what it's all about, especially with Fit Model. Fit Model is so fun. Like, it's just, I think it's so fun. I'm working on my posing still, but I think now that I'm realize where that's coming from, it's actually not me. Anyway, the suits are way more affordable than all the blinged out ones. At first I was like, oh, I can't buy a really expensive suit. And then I'm like, I don't have to buy an expensive suit. It's fabulous. And truthfully, the bottoms that are bigger right now, I agree. Brittany Shea and some of the other girls, Swan. Oh, who's that really beautiful dark-haired girl that's on their show too? The three of them have this really cute um, Fit Model podcast. Anyway, they're talking about how these suits, because I don't have big, 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 juicy glutes. Like, I'm a small human. Like, I'm tall. I'm 5'7.5", but I don't have a wide clavicle. I don't have a wide hips. Like, I have small wrists, right? So my glutes aren't super big and juicy. So those bikini bottoms, yes, they're all right. But I feel like these smaller fit model bottoms actually make my glutes look juicier. Like, I love it now. And I found my color. My one opposing coach asked me if I'm going to stick with that pink. I think so. The only other color I think I might do would be like a red. Stepping into the power. If I do a second show this year, I think I'll treat myself to a red suit, right? Because red is so cute. I'm definitely not going to do any more blues or greens because with as gray as my hair is on stage, the lighting changes everything. So when I wore a blue suit a couple of years ago, my hair looked blue. It wasn't cute. It wasn't cute. But when I had the pink suit on stage, it looked just like a nice platinumy blonde gray, right? So I will definitely not be doing those colors ever again. Yeah, no, never. Maybe a purple, but my pink, fuchsia pink purple, the one I wear, I love it. I love it. It was like under $200. Oh, I have to remember though. I have to remember to get my cup, like the seam let out just a little bit because I have a scar on my chest from where I had some skin cancer cut out. And my coach, like, if you've been watching along, you know this story already. But he thought I looked like I was on the verge of a nip slip on my last show day. And I was like, James, that is not what that is. Like, it's a scar. And last minute, I was like, I went to ask the makeup ladies, like, can you hide this? Can we touch this up? And they're like, no, because if we put makeup on it, it's going to look muddy and it's probably going to draw more attention to it. That shook me also. It really did. It shook me because I went on stage worried that that scar was going to show and that people were going to think I was showing my nipple. Yeah, it really upset me. The other thing that happened, there's actually one more thing that happened. You know, so the year before, when you're going on stage, you're lining up, the expediters get you to line up back, right? And I'm on the stairs. And I have a lot of clients who I treat their skin, and so I get to know their families and everything. And one of the expediters, and she's lovely. She's lovely. She competes also, right? So my head is in the game. Like, my head is like, Michelle, you are gonna have so much fun. You're posing. At that time, I was coached by Kim Odo. Like, we got this. We just go have fun, girl. Right? That's what it is. Go have fun, girl. The work is done. Go have fun. Right? So his words were in my head. Just go have fun. I'm proud of you. So I'm back, and I'm while I don't like harping on my age, it's a fact of the matter. It's a fact of the matter, right? I'm gonna be 53 in a month. So I'm backstage, and I'm obviously competing in the old girls group. And the girl says to me, hi, I think you do my mom's skincare. And like, I was like, oh, any other place, I would have been like, oh my gosh, yes, I do. Do you know what I mean? But in that moment, I was like, I felt like slammed back into reality. And if you've ever watched this, please, I love you to bits and pieces, right? Because this is a me problem, not what you said or did, okay? What happened to my brain was it snapped me back into reality. Oh, right, you're an old lady. That's not what she said. That's not what she meant. She was just like, oh, I see you. Oh my gosh, like, you know my mom, and that's great. But when I heard mom, I was like, oh my God, I'm a mom. Our kids are like, at the time, 25, 27, 29. And this girl she's not even that age. So I was like, oh, right, you're an old lady. Again, she never did that. It's what my brain did to me. So I think that is another way that girl's words really started catastrophizing my self-talk, because it was never like that before. Anyway, I don't know, all this ramble bamble. All of it. That's all right. Those are my thoughts for the week. It's a little bit what I got up to. I'm excited heading into 7 weeks out. I keep working on that transverse abdominis physio, and hopefully my core inflammation goes down and I can control it. That way I just go have fun. That's what this sport is about. Like, for 99.9% of us, It's a hobby, it's a sport, it should be just for fun. And it is just not that deep, it's not that serious, and nobody else really cares if we do it or we don't, right? And that's one of the other reasons that I like it too, is because the rest of my life, like my business, the care that I give to a couple people that I care for, things, my choices affect people. They do. This is my escape. This is my escape. And I'm going to take back my fun of it and love of it. Talk to my therapist. We're going to figure out how to do it. So, thanks for watching along. Thank you. If you're still here, I appreciate you. If you have any words of wisdom, or you want to do story time, you want to tell me if someone's ever done that to you, or if they did, how you recover from it, or how you if there's a mantra that you use, or I would love to hear from it, because I'm all about learning. Anyway, lots of love. I'll see you next week. Yeah. Bye.